Hello and welcome back to Logic Language Learning. Now, as per usual, all of the details are underneath. All of the text I use in French is underneath. Can I remind you with any questions to get in contact with me? And there will also be, because there's quite a lot of examples for this and the next video, there will also probably be a link to a Word document that I will stick in a Logic Language Learning resource of some description. Okay, so all of that will be available to you, but the point of the Logic Language Learning method is to not have to constantly think about tables, verbs, how things are written down. This is the point of the method. So what we are looking at today and what we are going to look at in the next video is the uses of the word would, could and should. Okay, if I was one of those people who were bothered about editing their YouTube videos, I probably have the music kicking now. I think there's a song, woulda, coulda, shoulda. So, would, could, should. Okay? Let's quickly make two distinct points. Okay? There is would and would have, which many people, I'd like to think your English wouldn't be that bad if you're learning French, but many people even say would have. I would have come, as opposed to I would have come, which is what you're meant to be saying. So first things first, first division we have would, could, should, and then the verb. So I would speak, I should speak, I could speak, I would have spoken, I should have spoken, and I could have spoken. Okay? So this video is largely going to concentrate on the would, should, and could, and the would have, should have, could have is going to be in another video. But here's a clue. If you are going into would have, should have and could have, you are going to be using two verbs. Yeah, you are going to be going first into the conditional and then back into the past. Yeah, and then in 2 out of 3 you'll be going into another verb. So first things first, can we just divide those two groups? Would, could, should, would have, could have, should have. So this video is would, could, should. So first things first, would, conditional. You've done this before. It is how we form the conditional. So I would speak is going to be the verb to speak, finding an R at the end of it and your same endings that you have in your was tense. So aient, eaa. Basically everybody going to be an A, but we're adding this onto the letter R. Okay? Also reminding you that if we didn't do it with the whole verb, we'd do it with the future block. So I would speak, je parlerais. I would take, je prendrais. He would finish, il finirait. We would finish, nous finirions, on finirait. Okay, so would, plain old simple would, is actually quite easy. Okay. Now, should sounds ever so similar, just would, should, but it's actually a different idea. Anything to do with should is connected in French to the verb to have to. Okay? So in French, when you say I should, you are actually saying I would have to. Now in English, that's a slightly different idea. Why don't you take that bus? Well, I would have to walk 5 more minutes. I should walk 5 more minutes suggests, you know, it would be better if you did this. So there's not actually a distinct difference in French unless you use other text around it to separate those two out. So should, without the have, is just going to be the conditional form, i.e. the would form, of the verb to have to. And as we know, it's one of our future blocks. So we're going to have devroir, okay, D-E-V-R, plus all of our normal would endings, aient, eaa. So I should, je devrais, speak, parler, tu devrais, il devrait, nous devrions, vous devriez, okay? And as in English, most of the time, should is going to be followed by being a modal verb, is going to be followed by another verb, an infinitive. So I should dance, je devrais danser, okay? I would dance, je danserais, okay? I should, je devrais danser, okay? He should stay, il devrait rester. We should go, nous devrions partir, okay? Could is exactly the same thing. It's going to involve all the verb in the would tense, but it's based around the verb to be able to. I could, I would be able to. Okay, and in English this actually makes sense. Yeah. This is an option that we have, because the verb could, although you think of can, as I've said many times before, there is no verb to can. There is a verb to be able to. So I could come means I would be able to come. So we have the future block for pouvoir. We don't say pouvoirais. What do we say? Pourrait. So we have P-O-U-R-R. Okay? So examples underneath. So I can't even speak English today. I could come. Je pourrais venir. He could help. Il pourrait aider. He could help us. Il pourrait nous aider. Okay? So let's do a nice mixture. Would is going to be the verb plain and simple in the conditional tense. Rais, iont, iee. Could is going to be, should rather, is going to be about the verb devoir with the same endings. DEVR though in that future block, that conditional future block. And should is going to be about the verb, should is going to be about devoir, and could is going to be about pouvoir. Okay, so off we go. I would stay. Je resterai. But, you know, I've got the gym. He should go to the gym. Il devrait faire du sport. Il devrait aller à la salle de sport. Il devrait aller à la gymnase. Okay? We could help. Nous pourrions aider. You could help. Vous pourriez aider. Luke should go with Daniel. Luc devrait aller ou partir avec Daniel. Okay? He should lose 3 kilos. Il devrait perdre 3 kilos. We should lose 3 kilos using en. So en's going to take the normal a like everybody else. On devrait perdre 3 kilos. Okay? They should know where the school is. Ils devraient savoir où se trouve, où est l'école. Ouais? C'est où l'école? Je sais pas. Mais eux, ils devraient savoir. They should know. Okay? They could tell us. Ils pourraient nous dire. So our basic idea is, if you've got would, you're going to be hearing any of the verbs next. If you've got could, you're going to be hearing a C. And if you've got should, you're going to be hearing the D. Okay? Good. Now, nice simple video, nice and easy. Please check into the next video if you want to look at would have, could have, should have. Just a couple of things on would though while we're still there. To remember, would is often used in a pairing, a partnership with the was tense. If you've got, for example, if I were this, I would do this. If I had this, I would do this. So we do have another video with this. Okay? So for example, if I were happy, I would buy a cake. Si j'étais content, j'achèterais, I would buy, j'achèterais un gâteau. Okay, so do please have a look at that video as well. That video is called Partnership with the Imperfect and the Conditional. Yeah, if I were X, I would Y. Okay, please find that video. Please let me know if this was useful. If you need any more examples, please get back to me. I really just strongly recommend that you really get ever so strong on the future blocks. So the alternatives, instead of using the whole verb plus the a on the end of it. So we're great with mangerai, prendrais, finirait, all the ones we know. But pourrait, aurait, irait, serait, yeah? Those are really, really good to know. Okay? So, I will see you very soon. Information down below. Give me a like if this has been helpful. Would, normal verb with a conditional ending. Should, the have to verb in with a conditional ending. And could, the be able to verb with a conditional ending. Okay? Very best wishes. Take care.